When they came to the crowd, a man approached Jesus and knelt before Jesus. Lord, have mercy on my son, he said. He has seizures and is suffering greatly. He often falls into the fire or into the water. I brought him to your disciples, but they could not heal him. Jesus responded to this. You unbelieving and perverse generation, how long shall I stay with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring the boy to me. Now, he wasn't mad at the father and the son. He was mad at his disciples who could not cast this demon out. So Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of the boy, and he was healed at that moment. Then the disciples came to Jesus in private and asked why they couldn't drive it out. Why was Jesus so upset with the disciples? Because they couldn't drive it out, yet Jesus gave them the ability to drive it out. If we go back just a little bit, in Matthew chapter 10, verse 1, Jesus sends out the 12, and it says, Jesus called his 12 disciples to him and gave them the authority to drive out impure spirits and to heal every disease and sickness. So he gave them the ability and authority to cast out demons and to heal every disease and sickness, yet these guys weren't able to cast it out. So Jesus got upset. So then they came to Jesus and said, Jesus, why couldn't we cast it out? And he tells them why. He said, because you have so little faith. Now, let me explain what faith is. Faith is believing everything that God says. So if God says it, you believe it. Faith is also following everything that God tells you to do. That's faith. Having faith in Jesus Christ means you believe everything that he says. That's why you need to know the Bible, because that's in the Bible is where he tells us everything that he wants us to know. And also to follow what he tells you to do. So they said, why can we drive it out? And he said, because you have so little faith. Truly, I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible to you. Now, let me explain that a little bit. Faith is believing everything God says and also following what he tells you to do. It's not, if I believe anything, I can make it happen. If God didn't tell you that. God did not tell the apostles they're going to have the ability to move a mountain. He did not tell them that earlier, okay? But if he did, what he's saying is if I told you that I was giving you the ability to move this mountain, you need to believe in that. You need to believe in what I tell you. And you would be able to move a mountain if I told you I was giving you that ability. He didn't tell them that, though. That was an example. But what he did tell them was, you're going to have the ability to heal people, to cast out demons, and also raise people from the dead. They didn't believe Jesus strong enough to be able to do it. They had doubts. They had doubts about what he told them they were going to be able to do. Now, when they came